Hi, welcome to East Kitchen. Today I'm going to make a squash soup basically. So we've got here some zucchinis, and yes, these are both zucchinis. They just happen to be some very heirloom types. I got these from Gotro Farms. They're natural growth, so organic and all that, nutrient dense. These yellow ones, they're right same size as the normal green ones. All I'm doing, cut the top off, cut the bottom off, and quarter it lengthwise, and putting those on a pan. We're going to roast all of these vegetables up together and get a nice golden brown on them, and then I'm going to put them in the Vitamix blender and just blend them up with a little bit of stock, salt, and pepper, and that's going to be our soup. It's that easy. Now this one obviously is a little bit larger, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the same thing, cut the ends off. But this one I'm going to end up cutting up in eighths, okay? And I'm going to do that off camera so you don't have to sit there and watch me. This is a butternut squash. Now this one is a lot denser and thicker, so normally it would take longer to cook. But what I'm going to do to augment that is I'm going to cut this one into smaller pieces, put it on the pan so it'll cook in the same amount of time, and still throw it in the blender with everything else. I'm going to go ahead and finish this up, throw them in the oven. I got the oven at 400 degrees on convection. If you don't have convection, you want to throw that up to about 425. I'm going to put them in there until they're golden brown. It's probably going to take about 20 to 30 minutes depending on your vegetables, okay? We'll be right back and I'll show you the rest of this. Alright, got my veggies all chopped up. You see they're here on the tray. I've got them separated into their different sections, just in case one of them does get cooked a little bit faster than the other ones. I can pull those out very easily so they're not all mixed up. What we're going to do, take a little bit of our favorite pecan oil. We're going to drizzle that on here. You could use olive oil because it's not that high of a heat. If you wanted to, you could also use coconut oil or many other things. I do recommend that you use a high-end oil though. Alright, the other thing that we're going to use is a little bit of salt, and of course my salt shaker is right here, and I'm going to put some cracked black pepper on this, okay? Now I'm just going to take this one, put it into the oven, like I said, right about 25 to 30 minutes, something like that. They should be nice and golden brown, okay? After this, I'll show you the blender. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, everything is done now. I've got everything roasted up, everything's nice and brown. What we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and just take everything off of the pan, slide it into the Vitamix. The good thing about the Vitamix is I don't really have to chop it up anymore because it's just going to mix it all up. Now, as I said, I've only got salt and pepper on it right now. I do want some other seasonings in there, so we're going to go ahead and add some seasonings. We're going to put about a tablespoon of turmeric and another couple of teaspoons of harissa, which is basically a Middle Eastern kind of spice. You could use smoked paprika, or you could just use Cajun spice if you wanted to, but I like to have at least a little bit of a kick in my food. So we'll take the turmeric, and what that's mainly going to add is a little earthiness, and it's going to enhance that yellow orange color, so that'll bring that out. And we drop the harissa in here. Alright, that's going to be it. Now you're going to want to put some kind of fluid in here. You could use water, no problem. You could also use any kind of a stock that you have available. Chicken, beef, vegetable stock. What I'm going to end up using is a fish stock. And I know people are going to go, what? Are you crazy? And yes, it's just I have some fish stock available. We had some Louisiana redfish the other day that we did a class with, and I've got the fish stock left over from it, so I'm going to go ahead and use that because it is really, really good. And that I heated up real fast. I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to slap the top on here, and you're going to want to put this on basically about medium high. I don't want to put it on the really high, it goes crazy. That's really for making daiquiris and stuff. Alright, and we just nice and blended. All we got to do is take a little taste, make sure we got that salt and the seasonings all right. Yep, got the seasoning and salt's all right. I'm going to mix it up just a little bit because I'd like it a little bit smoother. But just remember, here at East Kitchen, we make cooking fun.